Hello, and welcome to our next English lesson. And today we are going to continue to plan our non-code report, and I'll go through the main task later on at the very end. But first, we're going to do a little bit more on the grammar that we need to know. So, what we're actually going to focus on today is determinants, a word that introduces a noun, and these are such as an, every, this, those, and the. And the example we have in this particular sentence was the and a. So although he was tired, the young boy being the noun or adjective and noun, the being the determiner, ran quickly into his bedroom to find a book. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the specifics of a determiner and the different ways it can be used and what different words it might be. So determiners are words that come before and introduce a noun, and they can also sometimes give the reader slightly more information about that noun, whether it's being precise on who they are or whether they're giving you more of an idea of how many there are, maybe. So examples of determiners are the, my, and a. So the teacher, or my teacher, or a teacher. All of these would work in front of teacher, who is the noun. So the teacher would be a very specific teacher. My teacher, you are telling them that it's your teacher, so giving them more information. And a teacher could be any teacher. Slowly face that one. So specific determiners. You use specific determiners when the reader knows exactly what noun you're referring to. So you're being precise in which noun that they know which noun you're talking about, or the noun that is when it's used, you know what they're referring to. So you have four different types of these. The first one is the, and this is the definite article. It's the teacher. There's only one of them. It's this one. You've got which is an interrogative determiner. So which food did you like the best? Which tree has the most leaves? You'll notice that the word after which is always a noun. So this is an interrogative. It's trying to find out more about that noun. Then you got this set here, which are called the definite determiners. So you've got the definite article, the interrogative determiner, and the definite determiners. These link quite closely to the definite article. So they are added to them when you know exactly what noun the person is talking about. And this set down here are possessive determiners, like my teacher or her teacher or his book or your pen. You add this determiner in front of the noun, which lets them know it's owned or who that noun is owned by. So you use specific determiners when you know what they're talking about. In this case, the minion is smiling. The minion is the definite article of this, it's the main article within the sentence. And we know that it's smiling. So the in relation to the minion. Or which film did you go and see? You're trying to find out more. It's an interrogative determiner, trying to find out more about the film that you went to go and see. So this sentence down the bottom, Dad's car broke down on the way home last night. What determiner could we use? What specific determiner could we use in front of Dad? Pause now and have a think. So there could be lots, but the majority of the ones you'd use here is possessive determiners. So we're talking about my dad's car broke down on the way home. Her dad's car broke down on the way home last night. There, in this case, because you're talking about the owner, the person who owns the dad, that's a possessive article, possessive determiner. So general determiners are slightly different. This is when it refers to a noun that the reader doesn't specifically know. So a, any, other, an, another, or what being like the interrogative determiner. So it might be an apple. There could be lots of apples, and you're just having one of them, an apple. It's not the apple because you don't know it specifically. It's just one of many. Or any apples. Or what apple am I going to pick? Within general determiners, you can also tell the reader how many nouns you're talking about, and these are called quantifiers. And here's a group of quantifiers. So some, few, many, all, enough, many, less, or 5 are called quantifiers. They tell you how many of that noun you're looking at. All the apples belong to me, or I have enough pens to go around. The quantifier allows you to know how many of that noun you have. So here we go. Here a couple of sentences. What I want you to do is just look through and see if you can find the determiners in these sentences. Pause now and have a go. Okay, so the first one, we have to the's, verbal rolled down the path. Nice and straightforward. Definite articles. Then we've got any computers must be turned off. And this is one of those quantifiers. It's a non-generic, so any of them doesn't matter, but it must be turned off. Then we've got a quantifier. 5 dogs played on the field. The lake is beyond those trees. And are these dungarees yours? So your task is to plan your next 2 information paragraphs. Again, you need to think about what they're going to talk about, what the subheading might be. Think then about the key facts you're going to include in that paragraph. Then think about what your topic sentence might be. Remember, this is only a plan, so they don't need to be full sentences. It just needs to be key points, bullet points, or plans in that regard. So on your box up, it's going to be these 2 boxes, paragraph 3 and 4. And remember, subheading tells the reader what the subject of each paragraph is. Your topic sentence is the first sentence, tells you what's coming in there. And our information is any information that we're including in our paragraph. Have a go. And you don't need to post your plan today. We will see your plan on Wednesday when it's complete. And then in the live session Thursday, we can talk through any ideas that might come up from that in order to help us when you come to write it on Thursday and Friday. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.